Pamela Smith, the Acting Chief of the Metropolitan Police Department. Today, we are at the scene of another senseless act of violence. At approximately 3:46 p.m., 3rd District officers responded to the intersection of the 1400 block of New Jersey Avenue for the report of a shooting. When they arrived, officers located a teenage male suffering from gunshot wounds. He was transported to an area hospital where he was later pronounced deceased. We are in the very early stages of the investigation. Preliminarily, our detectives have learned that the teenager left Dunbar High School and was walking near the intersection of New Jersey Avenue and P Street, northwest. Our victim began talking with another group. While talking with the other group, one of the members of that group pulled out a gun and fired multiple times, striking our victim. Additionally, while on this scene, another shooting occurred in our 7th District. At 4:47 p.m., officers responded to the 1300 block of Savannah Street Southeast for the report of a shooting. Upon arrival, officers located a man suffering from gunshot injuries. He died at the scene. We have homicide detectives on the scene as well. They have preliminarily learned that the victim was caught in the crossfire of two vehicles shooting at each other. In just the past 2 hours, we have had 2 members of our community killed by senseless acts of gun violence. We have too many guns on our streets, and as a community, need to do everything we can to stop this violence from plaguing our city. Let me be clear. The Metropolitan Police Department is committed to seeking justice on behalf of each of these victims and bringing closure to their loved ones. Each one of these homicide victims is a member of our community. They are more than just numbers. Each one is someone's family member that was taken too soon. Preparing for my hearing tomorrow, I learned that there have been 8 undetermined death cases that were later ruled as homicides by the Office of Chief Medical Examiner that have not yet been included in our homicide counts for this year. Moving forward, I have instructed my team to create a procedure to ensure these cases and any future cases are added to the official homicide count upon ruling. Our community is our most powerful tool in solving crimes. We cannot do this alone. We know that in each of these cases, somebody knows something, and we are pleading with you to come forward. You can be a part of the solution by reporting suspicious activities and providing tips. If you have any information regarding any homicide or crime in the District of Columbia, please contact us at 202-727-9099 or send a text at 50411. You can remain anonymous when you call us. Thank you.
Chief, when you're talking about, so now this would have been homicide 200, you're saying now there are at least 208 homicides, or 209 counting the 2 today. What is your message ahead of your hearing tomorrow, that these homicides just keep going up? The DC Police Union said this is the first time, I think, since 2003 that there were 3 years in a row of this amount of homicides.
Well, what I can say is this. To me, numbers are just numbers. When we lose one person, whether it's 1 or 200, that's too many. That's too many folks dying in the District of Columbia, and we need to put an end to this senseless gun violence. What we found is that there are a lot of illegal guns coming into the district, and there are people that know who's committing these crimes, and we need folks to just stop this senseless act of gun violence in our district.
You mentioned illegal guns. What specific initiatives would you like to see taken to stop these rising numbers?
Well, I think first of all, we need to be able to have obviously relationships with our communities, which is why we conduct public safety walks so that we can have an opportunity to determine who's bringing what into our communities. The second thing of it is that we've been working with our federal, state, and local partners, preliminarily the ATF. To really work with them on helping us to really track down some of these illegal guns that are coming in the district. Yes, sir.
You mentioned the victim left Dunbar High School, got into an argument. From what you know so far, any word on what caused this argument or what may have led to the shooting?
It's still under investigation. What I provided for you thus far is preliminarily. Our detectives are combing any video surveillance that may be available in order to determine exactly what occurred.
Chief, do you have any ages of the victims?
I do not have the ages as of right now.
Here.
Yes, sir.
Teenage juvenile, do you know? Or
It is a teenager. In this case?
In this case, it's a
yes,
teenager.
sir.
In Savannah?
Savannah is an adult male.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Chief, yesterday, not too far from where that teen was shot and killed at a nearby elementary school, Stanton Elementary School, bullets went flying through classroom windows. When you hear that, just what goes through your head?
I think the same thing that goes through everybody else's head. We are sick and tired of the gun violence in this city. We need to have family members, parents, brothers, sisters really come forward and share with us these things that are happening specifically related to guns. We have gun tips that are out there. We have pushed as much information as we can about making sure the public comes forward with allowing us to have information regarding these illegal guns. It is troubling to me, just like it's troubling, I'm sure, to every single person who has either a daughter, a son, or a mother, and they've been victims of gun violence. This needs to stop. So that's how I feel about it, that we need to put an end to this gun violence.
Has there been any specific communication with DCPS about plans to help mitigate this issue?
We are always working with DCPS. We have our school resource officers. We have our Youth and Family Engagement Bureau team that have worked very closely with DCPS, and we will continue our efforts in that space.
There were calls for the National Guard. Do you believe it's time for something like that?
I believe we need to get the guns off the street.
And the two groups you mentioned for this scene, both groups of teenagers?
Yes, sir. That preliminarily, that is what we believe. They're groups of teenagers. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody.